We're at Holiday Park today.
We're here for the Halloween event. We did spend the day at the park, we did a couple of rides, but we already have a vlog on Holiday Park, so if you want to see that for the ride. Now we're just going to show the Halloween event. For the Halloween event, you don't need to pay a separate ticket to get in, just a day ticket for the park, but then you need to pay per maze that you do. They have 3 mazes that you need to pay for, and then all these carry-ons and the shows that are free.
The queue is really big. I have heard from someone who was here the other week that the queues get very long and you end up having to wait for quite a long time. So you end up missing most stuff at the park. So that's my main concern for tonight.
We want to do the 3 mazes that we already paid for, and we really want a night ride on Expedition GeForce and on Skyscream as well.
Expedition GeForce apparently shuts early for the fireworks, so starting with Titty Twister. I hear this one's quite vulgar. I'm intrigued.
I don't know how I feel about that maze.
I don't know what I feel. You went into one room and it was like a drag queen telling you that he's going to fuck you. Then you're in another room and it's like a bloke that's going to tell you that he's going to fuck you. Then you went in another room and it's another big man that says he's going to fuck you. And it was just like all in weird ways. And it was just like, then you get to the end and someone shows you a butt plug and says, I'm going to use this on you, now leave. It was different.
Yeah, it felt like they were going for something different, to do something funny and
shock value.
And yeah, but I don't know.
Let's see what the group thinks. You had a sweet put in your mouth by
Yeah, I just had to throw it away. It wasn't very nice.
But you got fed by a drag queen.
They forced me to bite it. I thought it was a very unique maze. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it. Near the front it's a lot better because you get a lot more.
You get told you're going to be fucked more.
Yeah, but you get like the press. I spoke to a few people who are near the back, and they said like for them you just kind of walk through. I also got a few jump scares though.
We were in the back most of the time, and that's kind of how I felt. We were just seeing stuff happening to people in the front. How did you feel about this maze?
I loved it. It was hilarious and it was great. And also it's not scary because sex isn't scary.
Not even butt plug at the end.
Now we're doing a show which is Valhalla.
We're on our way to the next show. We just saw the first show, the Skama Viking Fire Show. Left early because a lot of it was on the ground floor and all what it was just fire juggling. You could see the people at the top, but they weren't really doing much and it's quite repetitive.
Yeah, they had a lot of stuff on the floor, but there was so many people there. Unless you're in the front, you're not gonna see it. So I was watching the show on the floor through the phone of the person that was filming in front of me, because you cannot see. So why you do a show for so many people that only the people in the front are going to be able to watch it? We're going to go to the next show now that is in front of Skyscream. Let's see if this one is a little bit better. We just passed by one of the scare zones, which is the Squid Games. They had 2 actors. 2.
And the music. And they had a red light and a green light going on.
Green light. Red light. Red light.
We walked past it.
There's not much to see there. Right, we left the other show as well. It's not bad, but it's a little bit tiring. It's like a laser show and music and dance. It's alright. It was better than the other one. The music was really cool. It was this atmosphere. Skyscream on the background looked amazing. Made me want to ride it so much. The best part of the show is for everyone that is riding Skyscream at the time of the show, because you can have all the light effects and the music. I can imagine being one of the best night rides if you do the Skyscream during the show. For people that were just watching, it's cool watching for a little bit and then that's it.
I was just getting fed up of seeing frickin' laser beams. There's only so many frickin' laser beams that you can see.
The 2 shows that we watched, there's 3 times for these 2 shows. So it's like one at 7 and 7:15, another one at 8, 8:15, and the other one at 9 and 9:15. So we watched them one followed by the other. Our plan now is get the other maze done, the second one.
And secure that night ride on Expedition GeForce.
Usually on Halloween events, we prioritize the Halloween stuff and not riding any rides. But because here we never done any night ride on the coasters, and both of them look so good night rides. We really want to prioritize them. So when you buy the maze, you need to book a time slot. You have a 20 minutes window when you book it. We saw people getting denied on the entrance of the queue because they scan your ticket in the beginning of the queue, and we saw people being denied because it wasn't their time slot yet. And we just tried to get in one now. It's 10 minutes to our time slot and they let us in. So I don't know how long in advance they were blocking people in, but like some events that we've been to, although we had the time slot, we're just going whenever, and here they seem to be a little bit more serious following the time slot that you have.
Schnitzelhaus.
That was a little bit weird as well. I don't know.
It was cool that you went for like an old restaurant, so it felt more authentic because of that. But it felt a bit cheap still, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the maze, but I feel like all of these mazes here, they're not for the whole group, they're for the people in front. It's not consistent what things that are going on, which in a way it's cool. You enter a room, then there's going to be an actor that is going to appear, and they're going to interact with the group. But who is in the back doesn't get the interaction, doesn't get the jump scares, so you're kind of there following and seeing people talking to whoever is in the front. For us, it's a little bit better because we're in 8 here. So we kind of take a whole thing for our group. If you're with people that you don't know and you're in the back, it's even worse, I suppose. You don't feel part of anything. I mean, it's better than if you're going through a maze that just resets and goes all the time, in a way, because it's more interactive. But it doesn't have the same opportunity for everyone in the maze.
Each actor kind of said the same thing, which is, what are you here for? We'll say schnitzel, and they would respond with, there is no schnitzel, now fuck off. So it's funny the first time, but the 5th time, it's kind of got a bit repetitive.
They have deals for the scare zones, and they are free. The scare zones will be kind of like an open maze. So we're gonna do a special GeForce now. Wow. That night ride on GeForce was one of the best night rides of my life. We queued for the front row, and if you have the chance to do a night ride on GeForce, do it on the front. It's incredibly worth it.
And do it at Halloween. The
In
mist
Halloween.
effects is ridiculous. You're going swooping up towards the ground, going into the mist, out of the mist.
You don't see the track. So when you go into the one of the airtime views, you don't see what's in front of you, and then you're just there on the airtime view. It's amazing. And then you see all the lights of the Halloween event. You're going through these trees with mist.
It was brilliant. That was one of the best night rides I've ever had, and I think that's really put Expedition GeForce back up in my rankings.
Definitely.
Earlier this year I dropped it, and now I think it's gone back up again after that.
It's really, really, really worth doing. We did the last maze, which was the clown one. Probably the best between the 3 of them,
Yeah,
but not by much.
they're not great mazes, in my opinion. What happens on nearly every maze, they put you in a room, they talk to you, you go into a next room, someone else is in there, they'll talk to you, they put you in the next room, someone will talk to you, you leave. And if you're at the back of the pack, you can't hear because the rooms are too small.
Some of the actors came into the room in a form of a jump scare. Some of them were just there waiting for us. In the clown one, they take a photo of us in the end and they give us as a gift, which is quite nice that they give us. We're doing this Halloween tour. We started with Toverland, then Movie Park Germany, and yesterday we were on Traumatica from Europa Park. This is definitely the weakest among all of the others we've done.
By a long way.
Do you think it's worth coming here?
I would say if you're coming here for Expedition GeForce Night Ride, yes. Yes, it is. That thing was amazing at night. If you're coming here solely for the Halloween event, because that's your thing, no. There's so much better things out there. Even if you are such an enthusiast at Halloween events, I would still happily skip this event for the Halloween and concentrate on Traumatica, Toverland, Movie Park, Wallaby Holland, Wallaby Belgium. I think there's so many that only opens on Saturdays, which is why we're here on a Saturday. We could have gone to Tripshill, but we chose Holiday Park because we have our Plopsa pass. That was the main reason we chose this park, is because we had the free entry.
If you want to spend one day in Holiday Park, it's worth coming on Halloween to have the night ride on Expedition GeForce. All the mazes we went, you need to pay for. They were about 10 euros each, and they felt quite cheap. They also have some scare zones that are kind of like open mazes. They have queues to get in. The queues were quite big as well. We decided to prioritize the 3 mazes that we paid for, and then the 2 night rides on Expedition GeForce and Skyscream. We didn't have time to go on the scare zones after we left Skyscream, but we have people in our group that decided to go there instead, at least in one of them, and they said it was better than the mazes that we paid for. We haven't been, so we wouldn't have our own opinion, but we heard from someone else the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little bit weird when you have something that you pay for being weaker than something that is free. I could do this event again, but mainly for GeForce, and then I would try to do the free open mazes or scare zones, and I wouldn't pay for the other mazes again. We're now leaving Holiday Park. All the actors are here in the exit of the park.
It's quite cool. They're all doing meet and greets and having photos taken. That's quite a nice way to end. I will give them that. That is actually a really cool thing to do.
Tomorrow we're going to Wallaby Holland, and we've both been on this event before. Their Halloween event is amazing, and I'm so excited. So make sure to subscribe and watch that vlog next.
And I'm going to be doing Slaughterhouse, which is their do-it-alone maze, and it'll be my first time doing that. So I'm a little bit nervous doing that, but yeah, it should be fun.
I would not be able to do this one. Make sure to watch to see how Marcus is going to be on that one.
That was one of the